Hey guys, we got another build, and this time the build that I have, they said it couldn't be done. You can't make low-level uniques work in this game that aren't scaling ones because we don't really have any ways to get any flat. They said it couldn't be done, but it is I, the master chef, so of course we had to do it. And this thing, I've been thinking about this thing a lot. It's been in my dreams. I'm kidding, of course. I don't dream about Path of Exile most of the time. Anyway, so this thing, yeah, it's actually really good. Like the crossbow itself, it opens up many more skills for you to play. Basically, you can play pretty much any skill that you want with this. Which there's some cool crossbow skills. There's like this thing, which obviously it needs mobs to actually look cool. And of course, there's the PermaFrost bolts, and they are actually really fucking strong. They are mathematically about as strong, maybe a little bit actually stronger, just a tiny bit stronger than shock burst rounds, without you actually needing to shock anything, and it's just that strong. Of course you have to be close, but it's fine. It freezes, and we're playing full auto shotgun anyway, so that's what we want to do. So of course, to make this weapon work, you kinda need to play Ritualist, so we can get more flat damage. There's also the option to play Hand of Wisdom in action, but you would need like so much intelligence primarily to even come close to what 3 rings can give you that it's generally not even worth it. And also, playing Painters allows us to use Trinity, so I went with Painters because I love Trinity. I love it in Path of Exile 1, here as well. It's just that it's very hard to make it work in here. This is pretty much the only way how you can do it, right? So I went with Painters, and I got 3 rings. They are solid rings, but if I go to POB and I make breach rings that are all tier 10s with 40 quality, my damage triples. So there's still quite a bit of room for you to grow. If you wanna invest hundreds of divines into this build, you potentially can. And of course, ingenuity, you can always make it better, right? Well, buy one that's better, I guess. But other than that, in the deepest tower, of course, this tech isn't new, but it works really well since we're using basically a full auto shotgun. So we're using deepest tower, of course. And yeah, the build is very squishy. You can go hybrid if you want. I didn't wanna, but it's let's be real, going hybrid is generally better. Although no helmet, so who knows? Maybe it isn't, because you would be getting like what, 400 ES if you go hybrid or something. I mean, it might be worth it. I don't know. I just went full evasion. And also Trinity needs a lot of decks, so figured why not. So yeah, I'll show you how it plays. I also tried Zest 4. I'll show you how that went. But as it is right now, the build is very solid, performing much better than expected. Oh, it's one portal map. Hopefully I don't die. The build does struggle a little bit when the mobs swarm you, because Siege Cascade can't freeze for whatever reason. It just, well, it's probably because it deals extra damage against the mobilized target, so they didn't want to give it freeze. Which, I'm not happy about, but it is what it is. But as you can see, Siege Cascade is a very solid skill if you can spam it right. Combined with Herald of Thunder, gives us some nice clear. Rares, generally you do wanna against tanky rares, you still wanna use your Permafrost bolts. But these mobs that don't have as much base HP, generally you're fine. And if there's like mobs around it, you can, like the Siege Cascades can also overlap the damage. Now the balls. Give me that gem. Almost died there. Oh, this sucks. I'll show you the breach after, just in case we die from the breach, so I don't need to run 2 maps to showcase the boss. Because breach can get a little bit scary. Like I've said, if they you know, get to you, there's a chance that you die. This build is very squishy. But let's see the boss. So, you know, like, the damage is there, and it, in theory, can still be triple as much. But that's like a mirror worth of investment, so I don't know if you're willing to go that far, you know? But hey, maybe you really like PermaFrost bolts, so you can definitely get there if you want to. Another level 19. I mean, they did increase the drop rates, I guess, yeah. So let's see the breach. What's... The soul liters in breach are pretty tanky, so I do need to switch for to permafrost for them, because well, I have the soul liter node allocated. This guy died because there weren't too many mobs around him. But as you can see, you know, yet another build that just bricks my FPS. Oh, there we go, we got a soul liter there. Got him. Back to siege cascading. I think that's about it. Yeah. All the map layout isn't the best, right? But still, could have done more. But as you can see, the build is pretty good. 49 splinters. The build is pretty good, it's fun to play. So I'll go over, I mean, I already went over the items. I'll just do a quick couple of words for the passive tree. This is a very good slot for a timeless jewel. With the medium one, you can also make it reach this. Do prioritize attack speed pretty much on all the trees. You can see if I even grab this. Get attack speed from everywhere that you can, because with crossbows only the reload costs mana, and since we reload only once every 4 seconds, our mana is, well, it's always full, right? So I grabbed a lot of penetration, but I have 72, I think, penetration right now, which is a little bit too much. Potentially could swap like one of these for spirit if you want, for something, you know, maybe. I don't know, for something. You'll figure it out. I don't know. These nodes. So these nodes are for bossing. Technically, you could place them in a, you know, in a weapon 2 set if you want. I don't really play with them, like, and also these apply to me always. Well, the companion damage, right? Like these 5 nodes still give me like 48 increased damage, which is just pretty good. Granted, we have a lot of increased damage from the deepest hour against enemies that are on low life, right? So it's not as effective, but it's, you know, it's still good. But yeah, basically grab some shock magnitude if you can. I have a jewel, I think, in here. No, it's just shock duration. Yeah, this jewel sucks. It has just, I mean, I just pulled it out of my stash a while ago. Didn't bother changing. But do get one of these. They're only 1 divine because nobody plays the skill, because nobody figure out the tech. You could be the first. Well, I mean, I guess, you know, I am the originator, as Path of Exile would say. But you could be, you know, one of the cool guys, and you could be playing permafrost bolts. So yeah, grab one of these. They're only 1 divine, at least. Well, there were a couple, but most of them were AFK. But I still grabbed one for 1 divine. And chance to freeze is also good. Primarily for pinnacles, right? Like in maps you don't freeze because this thing can't freeze, and against bosses you just kill them in like 5 seconds, so it doesn't really matter too much. These nodes are not mandatory, but they do make mapping a little bit more comfortable, right? Because you're just a little bit faster, and they also have mobility on Siege Cascade, so, you know, just a little bit better to map. For emergency reload, I mean, I have 6 in here. I slotted in inspiration, but you don't really need to. Murderous intent is fine. You don't need it either. But I mean, I guess technically it's nice. Persistence, I do recommend persistence in here because we make use of the full duration, and right now it's, I think, 11 seconds. Yeah, it's 11 seconds because of this as well. We get some skill effect duration from here, so definitely grab this. Very nice wheel for bossing. So, you know, just premeditation, ingenuity. PermaFrost bolt, so damage, attack speed, damage close range, execute, of course, and deliberation, since, you know, you're mostly just standing in there, they're in place and shooting, then the boss is frozen, then you don't really need to move as much, right? And if you do need to move, you just stop shooting, because from range you don't deal damage anyway, because the bolts split. I got Tripwire Ballista for some rage. It doesn't really do that much. I would like it if there was a way to generate rage somehow, other than by being hit, but as it is right now, there's no other way. Siege Cascade AoE, chance to shock, projectile speed. I highly recommend projectile speed, because if the mobs move out, they just don't take damage, you know, because there's like a time period where the projectile falls, and projectile speed increases that. So do definitely grab this. Mobility, as I've said, Rising Tempest, because didn't really have anything else to suck it in here. Try to keep the elemental damage, you know, not too varied, as you can see, so we can make use of Trinity, Herald of Thunder, Long Shot, Conk Effect, Elemental Focus, Cannibalism, because I had Spirit. You do need an amulet with some Spirit for the companion. So, you know, if you grab something like this, it'll be fine. I think, yeah, I got 38. So even if you grab a 30 amulet, it'll be fine. Just, you know, get some spirit. Because I have cannibalism in here. It's nice, but it's not mandatory, of course. You can just press the flask. Trinity just buffed up with all the, you know, +1s. Companion with loyalty, minion skills, less damage taken, and last grasp, so they can live longer. Blood boil doesn't really matter too much. Here I grab minus mana because we don't really need mana. I got the charm slot. I mean, realistically, this whole sentence is just these notes. Like the rest are just ass. You could even just grab 3 moves speed in here instead of, you know, blood boil if you want. It's up to you, right? I'm going full evasion, so this whole thing just makes sense, right? And I do need some dexterity for that, so this as well. And my other 2 points are going to be this, and then after that, I forgot. I had something in mind, just can't remember. I don't know, something. You'll figure it out. I know you guys are smart. But yeah, this is the build. Hope you guys are gonna try it out, because it's actually pretty cool. And it's not really that I mean, you know, the deepest tower is like 1 divine right now. So it's pretty cheap, but the rings are the most expensive. So yeah, this whole build is basically like 10 divines as it is right now, so it's, you know, it's not that expensive. But yep, that is it for today. I don't know if I'll think of something else, but if I do, I'll definitely make a video, I guess. But you know, that's it. So I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye.